We're actually not a cooking kitchen. What we work with a lot of hotels and restaurants that actually provide us meals. Got by with, pre-warmed meals that we order from Costco's or wherever we could get them at.
I was given the task of providing a meal at the shelter when we moved the day center here, but we don't have the ability to cook in our kitchen. Well, how am I going to do that? We want to serve a meal that brings people in. Hey, maybe restaurants could just send some food over to the shelter. I sat down with Todd Humphreys and his friend of the house, Tim.
Just said, what is it all about? Because we had no idea what it was or anything. It was the first time we heard about it. And Tim and I just said, sure, we'll figure it out, because there's people that need to be fed.
So my second meeting of our origin story was with Ken. I sat down in the restaurant, started to give my pitch about the program, and he stopped me very kindly and said, Wendy, if I wasn't in, you wouldn't be here. Oh, okay. He's like, so how do we do it?
You just commit. We cook for hundreds of people a day, cooking for 75 people for lunch. It's not a challenge. We buy protein every couple of months, a couple $100 worth. Other than that, we largely make do with what we get from the shelter. So between the food bank, between donations from purveyors, and a program at the Napa Farmers Market called Shop for the Shelter, there is in fact plenty of food. It's getting at that last mile.
I used to be on the other side of the table. My wife and I were homeless for almost like 2 years. And then I came here as a shelter monitor. Back then, you only got fed a bowl of cereal back then.
There's a brain chemistry shift that happens when people are fighting really for their lives. The survival instinct kicks in and nothing else matters. So if you can provide people with a portion of that, then you're giving them the best opportunity to move on and succeed.
We need to do it every day. It needs to be at a consistent time, and it needs to be enough. And so that is what this partnership with our restaurants allows us to do.
I think in the past, they're used to eating like commodity foods and things that are packaged up and you break open a bag and you pour it out, heat it up. It's rare for them to get a meal that has love in it, right? Was made with care and love and a concern for the ingredients and the flavor. And that hit home with us. It's like we could make sure that they get some of those meals every week.
From being homeless to sleeping in the back of a Ford truck when I wasn't here, still going to work, to become a citizen, someone to give back into the community. And now to this day, I actually own my own house now.
And the busier we got, the more it made sense. Once you get going and the systems are in, you're in. There's no quitting,
Feeding people, nourishing them, feeding them good food, feeding them nutritious food. And that's what this program allows us to do.
To let people in this country go hungry is absolutely a choice that we collectively have made. It's a solvable problem. There is enough food to feed every American, 3 meals a day. It's a choice that we've made collectively to tolerate this. It's a choice that we've made to tolerate homelessness. We have enough goodwill, we have enough money, we have enough opportunity, and that we allow this to persist continues to perplex me, because it's a terrible choice.
We have all the tools. It's just really what we want to do with it, and I'm able to share that, and I share with these guys that, no matter what our situation is, it'll get better. We just got to put the work in.